And let's see one more important thing. So like I said, so we currently have 23 subscribers in our Mailchimp account, and as you can see, these are all of the new leads we just brought in. So we can select this, and we can decide to add in a tag for all of these contacts, or we can update the email subscription and use them as or unsubscribe if we want, or we can even decide that we want to archive all of these contacts, or we want to delete all of them. So that is for that. And we can also decide to create new tags if you want. And to create a new tag, you just need to come in into create new tag here, and you can name the tag whatever you want to name it. So you can say maybe you want to name this client, and when you click on create, your tag has been created. Okay, so that is for tag, and the next one we have is for segment. And segment is quite different from tag in such a way that segment allows us to be able to create dynamic groups, that we can be able to group different contacts into a different container, so that we can be able to see okay, segments on the other hand allow us to be able to group different contacts by using dynamic groups. So we can say that we want to group this particular contact by using a different criteria or different conditions that this contact has fulfilled. So tags is actually different from segments in such a way that tags are just labels. They are labels that are given to individual contacts, and that means you can just add a label to each contact, but segment is just allowing you to be able to put different contacts inside a container, and it is a dynamic container because it is going to be updated automatically. So to create a segment, all you need to do is to come in here and click on create segment, and when you click on create segment, it is going to ask you for the various conditions you want to use. So you can say that you only want to see people that are in a particular list status, or you want to see people that are coming in from Instagram, or you want to see people that are coming in from your website. You know, all of those different conditions can be created using segments. But whereas in tags, we cannot use conditions because we can only add them in as a label. Okay, I hope that was not confusing. Okay, so we can say for this tag, for this segment, we want to see maybe all of these people that are tagged a particular tag. So we can say we want to see all of the people that are new leads, and we also want to see, you can also decide that you want to add in a hand condition or a hold condition. So the hand condition just means that both of these must be fulfilled before this segment can be created, or before a contact enters into the segment. So we can say that we want to see all of the people that are a new lead tag, and we want to make sure that the email is not blank. So that means everybody that is new lead and the email is not blank is going to be entering into this segment. Now the and condition means that both of these must be fulfilled before any contact can be able to enter into the segment. So that means if only one is fulfilled and the other one is not fulfilled, the contact will not be able to enter into this segment. So you can decide to review your segment, or you can decide to use your segment. So if you review this segment, it is going to show you the number of contacts that are actually fulfilling this criteria. And as you can see, we have 20 contacts that are fulfilling the criteria of new lead, the tag new lead, and the email is not blank. You can also decide to use this, or you can just go back and edit it however you want. And if you click on the all criteria, we are saying that we want to create another criteria whereby it can fulfill the first set of this criteria or the second set. Okay, so that's a little bit tricky. That's a little bit confusing. So let me just explain a little bit more. So we have the first set, which is tag is new lead and email address is not blank. So this is the first set. We can decide that this first set is where we are going to stop, or we can say that we want to create another set whereby the condition for the first set can be fulfilled, or the condition for the second set can be fulfilled. So any of the sets can be fulfilled before a contact can be able to enter into the segment. So we can also say something like, if the tag is also new lead, if the tag is new lead and let's say, and the first name is not blank. So we can say if the tag is new lead and the first name is not blank, then they will also be added into this segment. You can also add in another one if you want, whether you want to add in another set if you want. So you can keep on adding, and you just need to be careful because you have to make sure that you are using the particular set of condition you want to use. So we are saying now that this first set can be fulfilled, or the next set can be fulfilled, whichever one you want to use. You can review your segment again, and it's going to calculate the number of contacts that are currently fulfilling this criteria. As you can see, it's the same 20, and we can decide to use this segment, or we can go back to edit our segment. So let's just use this segment, and let's create this segment, and let's name this segment new leads with emails. So we are naming this segment new leads with emails, and that means that every of the contact that is coming in after today, and they are fulfilling all of this criteria, they are going to be added into this segment. So you do not need to touch anything, you just need to set up the conditions and leave it, and Mailchimp will continue to update that particular segment, the particular contact in this segment as you go. So you can click on save and exist, and this has created this particular segment. If you want to create another segment, just click on create segment, and remember that you can create segments based on multiple things. You can use tags, you can use email address to see if the email address is empty, or if it contains a particular thing, like saying that if the email address contains Gmail, or if the email address contains hat or .com. You can also check for info changed. So that means if a particular info is changed after a particular date, you are going to be adding them into this segment also. And you can also say that if the info is changed before a particular date or after a particular date, they should be added into this segment. This is going to allow you to be able to see all of the contact that you've changed the particular custom fields inside of them, and you can see the particular date you can set them into. So you can also say that if the info is changed after a particular campaign, so let's say that you sent out a campaign and you want people to be able to update their leads, update their details in your Mailchimp account, and you just send out a form, and if the info is changed, then after that particular campaign is set, you can be able to add that as a segment condition also. So after that, you can also add in the VIP status. You can add in the first name. Maybe the first name is empty, or the first name is starting with M, or the first name is starting with Y, whatever you want to use. You can also use the birthday date and say that if the birthday month is maybe January, or if the birthday month is February, you can use the various you can twist this however you want. And also you can use the email that is added. You can use whether the webinar attended, the one we added in as a custom field. We can also see the sign up source, we can see the sign up activity, we can see the contact engagement, custom engagement. Okay, we can see if the email is maybe a particular event is a particular event. We do not have events yet, so we cannot do that. So we can come back here. You can look for the email engagement and say if the email engagement is often, or if it is rarely, or sometimes, or whatever option you want to add. And also you can add in the campaign interactions. You can say if the campaign was sent, or if a particular campaign was opened. This is going to help you to track all of those people that are opening your campaigns, that are clicking on your campaigns, that are replying to your campaigns. You can be able to set up all of these segments using all of this. So since we've not been able to send any campaign in this Mailchimp account, we cannot be able to use this segment because no one is going to show up in the segments. But if you want to just set this up, you can say if the campaign interaction was as opened, or if it is, you can also use any campaign, or you can use a particular campaign and use ease, and it's going to search in for all of the particular campaign that you currently have. So we have this campaigns in here, and we can pick the particular campaign we want to use. So you can say if it is any open, or if it is a particular open, maybe the Apple privacy open, which is the open that is tracked by Apple itself. And you can also add that in, and you can also add in a time frame. Maybe you want to check in for people that have opened your emails in the last 6 months, or you want to check for the people that have opened in the last 30 days, or on a particular date. You can also do that. So just think about the particular condition you want to use for your business, and then you can go ahead to pick in whatever conditions you want to add, and you can just add them in. So that is for segments. And like I said, you can create new segments and you can create tags. So there is a difference between tags and segments in such a way that tag is static and you can only add them to individual contacts, while segment is like creating a container, a dynamic container that is going to be automatically adjusted itself or automatically updated itself by Mailchimp. So it's a container where you can put different contacts that are fulfilling a particular criteria. Okay, so that is for tags and segments. And that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Now, if you are watching this and you are thinking this is helpful, but I honestly would like someone to help me set this up properly, that is exactly what we do at CRM Instructors. At CRM Instructors, we help businesses set up and optimize Mailchimp systems from the ground up. So whether you need help with audience setups, with forms, with automation, with campaigns, segmentation, landing pages, or even integration, our team can help you implement the right structure for your business. And if you're already using Mailchimp, but you feel things are currently messy in your Mailchimp account, it is messy, it is disconnected, and it is underperforming, we also offer Mailchimp audits where we review your current setup and we help you identify what needs improvement and help you optimize your system for better results. So whether you need implementation or a professional audit, you will find all of those links in the description below. And of course, if this video has helped you, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, because we create more practical CRM and email marketing tutorials. And also we have the goal of reaching 1000 subscribers before the middle of this year, and you can help us make that happen. So subscribe to this channel and do not forget to also like this video and also share with everyone that you think is going to need this video. Thank you so much. Bye.